Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Simply Dorales. This is Dorales, just to let you guys know in advance. Sorry in advance for the stuffiness. My allergies are bothering me, and it's 106 degrees in Texas, so you're going to hear the fan on. It's hot. But welcome. I have all your questions. I do have my two co-hosts. Say hi.
What up?
Who are you?
This is KC.
What's good to CJ?
So we have 43 questions. We are doing this in 15-minute increments. We're going to have 3 of them. And we're going to try to answer all of your questions. So, question number 1 is, what's the most annoying habit a person can have? For me, it's... I don't know. Like, there's a couple of them, but I don't like when people always be in the habit of being late. I like to be on time, so I don't like being late. So that's a very annoying habit for me, in my opinion. So CJ, the question is, what's the most annoying habit a person can have?
I feel like the most annoying thing that a person can have is being selfish. Sometimes they may know they are being selfish, or sometimes they may not know. But when it comes to certain things and certain situations, being selfish is like, oh my God, that grinds my gears a lot. Seriously.
Casey, what is the most annoying habit a person can have?
I don't get annoyed by much, but like you said, I don't like being late. I don't like when you have people that pick. Matter of fact, you know what? The most annoying thing to me is people that are fake. You know what I'm saying? People that are not real. People that you can't trust. People that don't keep it 100. You know what I'm saying? That'll make me shut down on you real kind of quick. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
Yeah.
Think about that one real big.
I agree with that. Number 2 is, what were you obsessed with when you were a child? I was obsessed with Boys to Men and Cisco. What about you, CJ?
The thing that I was obsessed with as a child was a lot of R&B music that my mom listened to, and new music, of course, that I did discover myself. And at that time, the internet was getting very popular, so I was very obsessed with the internet. MySpace, yes, most definitely. Like, I was very obsessed with the internet, getting into things I shouldn't be getting into. But no, overall, really, for real, internet.
Casey?
Well, my grandfather was retired Navy, so he always had me on the naval base. So I was back then, and I still am now, kind of a little obsessed with planes and high speed, which kind of turns into cars as well.
Yeah, that nigga is obsessed with speed. Number 3, have you ever encountered a food that was hard to swallow, but you didn't want to offend someone? Yes. Yes, I have. And it was disgusting, and I felt violated and disrespected. And I didn't want to hurt their feelings because they were my family member and they were near and dear to my heart. But that shit was so nasty. It's my pop-out. That shit was so nasty. And he a chef. But as he got older, he started to lose it. And oh my God, it tasted like I put a whole clove of garlic and onions in my fucking mouth. He totally over-seasoned it. And I was like, oh, it's so good. It's so good. He watched me the whole time while I chewed. I had to fucking swallow it. And he went up to use the bathroom, the upstairs bathroom, and I I threw that shit up right in the downstairs bathroom, brushed my teeth, popped a mint in my mouth, and I took half of the pot and threw it out. I threw it out, and then I ran, because he takes a long time in the bathroom. I ran it to the dumpster, came back, put some, make sure the plate was all greasy like I ate it, and I was like, oh, that was so good. I'm so full, I can't eat no more. And he went in the kitchen, and he looked, he's like, oh, you ate a lot. I'm glad.
Damn.
And that shit was so disgusting, I did not have the heart to tell him.
Alright, so I had a friend. They still friends to this day. And hopefully they don't listen to this podcast. Hopefully they don't identify my voice. But, probably won't. But, me and my best friend went to mutual friend's house. We was invited because they was cooking nachos. Now, when you make nachos, everybody call them rotel or whatever. That's basic. You know what I'm saying? Easy to know how to make. Well, in this predicament, it was no flavor, no seasoning. It was greasy, like, and I had to literally eat the food without, making a face or whatever. But my best friend, she kind of kept it real, talking about, oh, no, I can't eat this. Like, she said it in front of them. And I was like, oh, snap. But, I was trying to be respectful. And, we kind of locked eyes, like, hey, you ready to go? You know what I'm saying? So, it was like one of those type of situations. Because I was thinking, if you can't make simple nachos, a.k.a. rotel, what else? That's just basic. So, it makes me wonder, like, damn, what you can't really cook, huh? Like, no. So, I had to, yeah.
Okay. You had locked my phone. No? It's still on. Hopefully it was still recording. If you guys missed some conversation, sorry the phone accidentally got locked, but hopefully it didn't. KC, what's your answer to that question?
What was the question?
The question was, have you ever encountered a food that was hard to swallow, but you didn't want to offend someone?
Have I ever encountered a food that was hard to swallow? I'm gonna say no, because once I taste it, I'm not even gonna chew it. It's gonna come right back out.
He not lying about that. He ate it.
I'm ignorant.
Yes.
Okay, so by the way, hello, Kissable. Thank y'all for joining, Veronica. Open conversation.
I've seen it before in his mouth and spit it out and said, this is disgusting. What is this?
I mean, I don't feel like I should put myself through certain
It wasn't
things.
my food, but-
My thing is, when I was younger, I had a bad habit, and to this day, I'm scared to move some of my grandmother's furniture that's been there for years before I was born, because some of the food growing up might not have been made by my grandmother. It might have been made by my mama.
It's in that furniture.
It's behind the dresser, behind the chest drawer.
No.
I'm just gonna assume that the roaches, the rats, or whatever like that ate it. Man, man, look.
No.
Hey,
He ain't never got caught.
let me ask you something. When I be cooking food, it be good, right?
Yeah.
There's a reason.
Nigga.
But no, if you, that's foul.
She wonder why she can't get the roaches. Can't get rid of roaches. He done plowed over the lifetime supply of fucking food.
Wow.
Welcome, doctor. Welcome.
They call that the market.
Hey, look, it is what it is.
Okay, question number 4. What would be disrespectful in one culture but okay in another?
Ooh, I don't.
Okay. You want to answer that first?
No, you go ahead. I need the tongs.
Tongs. Where the tongs at? Did you say them back in the kitchen? Okay, so wait, she going to get them. Wait, damn it.
Dang,
Be patient.
defensive.
I don't want you to burn yourself. So the question was, what would be disrespectful in one culture but okay in another? So for me, from what I've seen, is All right, so in most Muslim cultures, like people that's from Israel and everything like that, and I know this from a friend, it'd be like she saw me talking back and doing this and doing that, and that would be considered disrespectful and punishable in their culture for a woman to speak out of turn or for a woman to be heard and not seen. So that's just something I experienced personally because I went to their house for dinner and everyone was eating and I was just like, oh, the food is so good, and they were talking about something the men were, and I chimed in and they looked at me like I was fucking crazy. Wow. And I was like, I can't come over here no more because that's what we're not about to do.
Yeah.
What about you, CJ?
I don't think I've ever honestly been in that type of situation, or I don't even know how to answer that. I don't, because, I just honestly never been through that.
Well, what do you think will be accepted in one culture and not in another?
Shit.
Y'all gonna hate me for this, but
what?
White people,
how
they just get up and go out the house looking a mess, smelling like underarms, and I'm not being racist. I've experienced this with multiple white people. We do that shit in the black house. We getting our ass whooped. They don't give a fuck if we go into the corner store. We better tie our hair up.
Look presentable.
Yes.
That's number one. Always look presentable wherever you go. I don't care if you're going up the street.
And also the tantrums that they kids be throwing in the stores and shit like that. Man, we would have lost our life.
And look, if you put on deodorant, take 4 baths.
Yeah.
Just saying.
What about you, Casey? We got 2 minutes left on this one. Well, roughly almost 3 minutes left on this one, and then we're going to start it over for the 15 minutes.
Just something that I heard through the grapevine. Some religions believe that women should only wear dresses and never wear pants and all of that stuff like that. All I got to say is I'm not going to disrespect different religions and cultures, but it's kind of like some of y'all need to kind of open your mind up to new things and examine why you do what you do, because you have too many situations where your ancestors did this and your ancestors did that, and by the time it get all the way down the line, you don't even understand why. So why are you doing something that you don't even understand what it represents and trying to argue with somebody else?
Right, or the fact that a lot of religions and cultures believe that women belong in the kitchen and belong taking care of the house and everything like that, and men earn the living, and we got that. No, I'm sorry. What if your woman can't cook? Then you stuck like Chuck.
I ain't think about that. Yeah,
right.
And you raising, essentially in this generation, you raising your kids to be like that, and it's gonna be hard for them to find someone. They're gonna have to stay within their race and within their culture and their religion, and even then, it still might be hard for them to find someone because everyone's adopting all these new ideas and everything, and they're coming out to be what they call Americanized. Mm-hmm. So, I mean, like he said, just have an open mind.
Absolutely.
Let's have an open mind. I'm not shitting on anyone's culture. I'm not shitting on anyone's religion. I respect everyone. Everyone has their own opinion. They're entitled to whatever they want to do and whatever they want to feel. And I firmly, firmly, firmly believe that. But we got to have more open-mindedness, especially with the men versus women, and then with women versus men. There's a lot of women out here that feel like, oh, he took me on one date, so he got to pay my bills, he got to do nothing.
Stop it.
Look, we got 30 seconds left. I'm going to close this. We're going to open back up with that same thing I was just saying. Peace.